Yo, what's up guys? Back again with another video. So this video is a H-10 optic video. So I did a build on this a while ago, and or not horribly long ago, but yeah, the gimbal ran out of electricity. So like there's only a portion of it that is in frame like it is now, and then the rest of it's just the wall. So excuse me, I'm not going to publish that, I don't think, but what I am going to do is give you this one, and we're going to put some things into this and get kind of a look at what I did in the other video in some sense. So this is a really cool truck. It has a kind of a fascinating system for the battery tray. So you pull these two pins. By all rights, you don't have to pull two of them. You only need to pull one of them. That one's in there really tight. So you pull those two clips right there, and then you pull the pin. It comes out through the bottom, and then the side comes off. Right, and that's where your battery box is. Right, same. So there's enough room in here. You can really put a decent battery if you want. You know, there's room for it. Plenty of room in there. So I ended up putting a Mamba X in there, and then I realized, you know what? I have this, which is an actual crawler ESC, right? So I'm going to put that in there instead. I can slip a Dean's connector on that real quick, and if anything, I'll just rob it off the other motor. No, I probably should just put a new one on it, because there's no sense in taking that one off if I got one that I can put on. Matter of fact, I'll dig it out now, which I should have a whole bag of Dean's connectors. It might be in the other room. But if I'm going to do that, oh, there's one I can use right there. Oh, it's even high temp. So that, I need a little bit of solder too. There we go. So I think I'm good. I can go over there. Do that here in a minute, and we'll get this apart. So I can take the ESC out, and it'd be too easy. Now, how did that? So sorry, I'm trying to remember how I took the cage off or put the cage on, and I think, yeah, shouldn't be too terribly bad. Yeah, this was a pretty decent build. It was kind of wonky in several spots. I found a typo within the first few pages. Yeah, just things here, things there. Just, I tell you what, their manual was rushed. You know, and it shows. And where'd that other one go? Oh, it's sitting there. Yeah, no, I believe that's what I said in like one of my other videos, that it was rushed. You know, not the end of the world, but I'm pretty sure they're trying to put out a muy excelente product, and yeah, there's mistakes. Makes me wonder about different things, you know. Are they paying their editor enough? Or are they not having somebody check it out enough? But, oh wow, that's kind of cool. Like, it's sitting up like way high like that. That's kind of insane, like, for our height. But I mean, like, you want to talk about a jacked up truck? That's it right there. Yeah, there's a lot on here. That's that. What else is holding it on? Okay, so right here, is that it? Oh, that is not the one. Oh, yes. That's what I was after. Yeah, it looks like I can. Oh, that got clamped. That's not good. Yep, that's not good at all. See, this is good that I'm going through this. I caught a mistake that I made. That's alright. I ended up needing to come in here anyways, because there's some decals that I neglected to put on because I didn't start off with the decals. That was the last step that I did. And then I was like, oh, they're in the inside. I'm not taking this apart. Did I do that right now? I think that was in that 3-hour video, and it was me getting to a real kind of final point with this build. Yeah, not the end of the world. I lucked out. I didn't cut any wires. Yep, too easy there, and that is a good piece of machinery right there. And before I plug this in, I'll solder that stuff on, and before that, stickers on real quick, because that's not going to do much of any, not going to take much of any time, because it's all right here. Yeah, nice scale details. I've never been much for this level of detail, or rather this type of scale detail. You know, interior of the car, okay, I guess. You know, it's adds a level of realism, you know? It's another detail that kind of, you know, gets you into it. I think it makes it more like a model at that point, rather than anything else, you know? I would say that would be a radio-controlled model at that point, not a radio-controlled, you know, car or truck or anything else for that matter, you know? Much different between, you know, yeah, that's like saying speed car versus basher, you know? Those are two entirely different things. You know, but they both are on 4 wheels, so yeah, it's just one of them things. I'm kind of glad I have these tweezers. They're definitely helpful in applying these stickers. I don't think I put them in the right spot either. It says cuff, and like, yeah, that's got to be on the gloves, not his forearms. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. See, that would have been a nice thing for them to put in there, is like put that one word in front of it. Glove, cuff. You know, that's not so much to ask, you know. And I don't even know if there's a picture of this on the box for reference of any type. Like, how much do you really need one? Well, kind of. Like, I don't really know where this goes. Like, I'm guessing it goes like down here, lower. But like, that's a detail. Like, you got to look inside the truck while it's not moving to even be able to see. You know, and you know what that screams? Shelf queen. Because if you can't see it unless it's still, then yeah, it's just, I'm just having such an issue with getting this in there. Is that what she said? Yeah, fat fingered that, but it turned out to be okay. Do these go on him, or do they go on the seat next to it? where the hell does this other sticker go to? This little yellow one that says power tank. Harness latch. Okay, well, I know where that's specific. That's a really small sticker too. It's not bad, but yeah, I'm funny with sticker placement. Like, I've had enough practice because I did stickers for car clubs when I was a teenager. And I made stuff like this, you know. Granted, it wasn't printed like this, so, you know, it was just vector cut stuff. But yeah, kind of a thing. And like, you don't want to put your stickers on wrong, you know, especially when somebody's, you know, got big money into, you know, you doing that for them. Pay for all that time and labor, which is, you know, time in front of a computer, doing all that layout, and then if you don't have it laid out on their car correctly, somebody's going to be screaming at you. Wow, I can actually push that all the way into there too. Wow, what a reach for a sticker. I totally started from the bottom and went the entire length, and then it went all the way up over his shoulder and then to the back. That's good. It's a really nice detail, you know, as far as a sticker goes. No, it is kind of okay, it's very tedious to apply it correctly too. It is what it is, you know. See, I'm backing myself off again because I don't like how it looks. It's one of those things, you know, the more care you put into it, it's going to show. This kind of goes along with, like, you get what you pay for, you know. Typically, if something's more expensive, it is better, but not in all cases. Now I'm having a difficult time here. So I'm up near the helmet and the neck and whatnot, and it's just not going where I need it to. Yeah, definitely a tweezer's job. Funny, the interior side turned out better than the exterior. And that it's usually the second one that I do that is much better, and the first one it's actually better. All right, still have shoulders. Are you serious? It's such a tiny thing. And there's two. You guys probably can't see that. Oh, it died again. Oh. Yeah, it died on me again. gonna keep going. It just seems like this H-10 ain't gonna get filmed. Yeah, hold on a sec there, fellas. Hey, look, it's me. Take that mount off so I can just give you a ground eye view of this thing. Not that type. Yeah, rude. Forgot to charge the gimbal again. I just expect it to work. It actually has batteries and whatnot. Alright. Okay. So I don't know how well y'all are going to be able to see this. Maybe it's just in time, but... Yep, absolutely tiny details that... Yeah, it's just one of those things for me. You're never going to see it unless you stick your head in there. This power tank thing must go above his visor. It's either that or I got to go somewhere else on the car. Somehow I messed that up. Yeah, I don't know how well I like these stickers from Vanquish. Seat backs. Okay. Alright. There's that. And I will put, yep, I gotta do that right now because it's exposed. Throw this servo in there. So many screws. And I only need one. Alright. So yeah, this was actually a really good build. I had no problem getting it done. There's that. Oh, it's way down there. It's alright. I still have yet to turn this thing on for the first time because it doesn't have any electrics in it. So I will zero up the servo then. Yeah, normally I will put my servo tester on there and I will zero it out before. But with the last couple of times that I've done that, me doing that did not matter. The whole thing, you know, twitched out like it usually does, and makes the front wheels, you know, go one direction. That's rude. It needs to be down just a hair. Yeah, so sorry, this thing's being kind of weird. I just noticed another oddity. This thing does not like the servo that I have chosen. So, yeah, I'm having to think here for just a second to figure out what the fix is. And I think I figured it out. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna edit the servo just a hair. Like that much. That should have been enough. Not quite, almost. I gotta cut again. I didn't get enough the first time. Ah, that will work. All right. That aside for just a minute. Take this one. Turn on this. And yeah, I got to add that to my servo horn collection. Okay, waiting for that to heat up. I don't even want, oh, it is hot enough to take that, okay. Helping hands is only so helpful. But it works. Hey, if I get this backwards, the black and the red, don't shoot me for it. I will fix it before I plug a battery in, guaranteed. I'm only doing this just so I can have it in there and be done. I'm not intending on turning it on. Probably should check that out anyways, like right now, just so I don't have to do that. I can just Air Force check that shit right here. No, I'm good. Yeah, on my other one. Yeah, I was doubting myself, and I'm like, what am I doing? So, I'm good. It's probably time for another cup of coffee or go eat something. I've been doing this for like 2-3 hours. I guess that's okay. Yeah, that's on there. Alright. This is kind of the fun part. I like doing the heat sink. It's like a way to really kind of tidy up your work. Like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind leaving that hanging out in the wind, but it's a lot nicer. Every time I turn this thing on, while the iron is on, it makes the lights flicker. I don't have anything else plugged in either. Well, I do, but I don't have it on, and it shouldn't be drawing anything. Alright, that's good enough. Alright. A little bit of tape. Which I'm running out of. Probably time to order another roll. I never thought I was going to use all this. I never did. Okay, that's in the back. Boy, you know what? I just realized something. I have options on where I can mount my servo. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the other options that I just noticed. I don't like it on the chassis. I want it down on the axle. If anything, I can use this spot for a winch. That's if I go that route. I may end up getting rid of this truck. Don't know, haven't decided yet. Oh yeah, this has definitely got to go. Here, it's gonna look way better too. Well, kind of silly that I cut that part off now. It's just the corner of it. Yep, another one of them funny things with this H-10 optic build. I feel a lot more happy, squishy, comfy over that. Alright, let's connect this motor up real quick. We got a big fat A to A. And B in the middle. And C on the right. And that's just my observation of the ESC. And now I gotta think about how I want this to sit in here. Yeah, I think I like that. That's better. Yep, I can deal with that. And then I'll sensor wire. This thing's got a tiny little rubber band on there. So I am going to eliminate right now. There we go. And that's all for the fan. I don't know why they just didn't incorporate it. Yeah, probably not a really great video this time there, fellas, so sorry. Failed gimbal, and now I got the camera on the dick. We got a receiver here. So conveniently. Yeah, I got one just for this project, and I just didn't have it sitting with it, but that's alright. Maybe lights for this, if I'm gonna go with any type of scale detail. I don't think anything beyond that. This thing just doesn't scream, you know, that's what it needs. Alright, so we want their steering, like 4-wheel steering. That's still on the table. That means I have to get either a whole other front axle or get the parts to convert, which I think it's just a whole nother axle in this case. Yeah, I have to go get a whole nother axle to make it 4-wheel steer. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I actually prefer 4-wheel steer vehicles because I think it's a really great effect. And as far as performance and function, you really couldn't ask for better. It's such a great thing. It really improves your turning radius and your mobility overall. It's definitely a performance thing. It's not something you can maintain at high speeds, but it's at slow to moderate speeds, it's extremely effective. Alright, that and the fan, which we will put down at the bottom, leaving aux1 and aux2 available for future use. Come on in, you're only a 2-pin and you got a 3-pin housing on you. I'm not trying to break this with installing the fan. That'd be dumb. Don't get me wrong, I've cut off wires I shouldn't have. It's so frustrating also. Okay, one more piece of tape. And I think that'll be it. Put it all back together. And I suppose I can turn it on for you guys, but and then I have to program the remote and all that other stuff. So, no, I'm not going to turn it on. I'll do that later, and then if yeah, you guys will just see it in a different video when I do a crawl with it for the first time. Who knows? Maybe I'll sell this one. I've been thinking about taking it to the hobby shop and being like, hey, check this out. This is a brand new H-10 that I put together. Right? And yeah, see what they say. Right. Right there, I guess. Not really anywhere else. else to put this thing. Yeah, I just had a big brain thought. I'm like, you know what? If I put all this stuff back in here, am I gonna be able to still have my battery in here? Is the receiver gonna be in the way of having a battery in here? And yeah, I'm like really working my brain extra hard right now. It's like, this is the side, and like it don't look like it fits a standard battery. Like, yeah, I think I need to put this somewhere else. The receiver be on like down low on this side. This didn't even stick for some reason. And we'll just stick that right here. All right, I'll take that. Oh, maybe I won't. So finicky. As I'm thinking about the power switch too, because that needs to be somewhere. And well, there's enough cable. I can just stick it over on that same side, which is good. All right. And battery in there. Get a little bit of, get some zip ties out here to like corral the wires. Yep, I definitely don't like having wires all over the place. Yep, I think it was like next to nothing to get a bag of 1,000 zip ties. Yep, almost dead silence. I hate that shit. Well, it's not really dead silent. I hear the cars outside on the street, but there's nothing going on in the here in my place. Here's something interesting to bring up. So, y'all seen them radio-controlled lawnmowers yet? Yeah, they're really starting to come along in a big way. It makes sense, you know, just being where we are with our technology. We're even doing it on like commercial scale anyway, so it's really not anything new. But you know, the fact it's pretty much radio control, but so huge. Yeah, it's radio control on a huge scale. You know, it's not. It's like better than 1-to-1 if there was such a thing. Was it 0.5 to 1? I think I'm going to use a different piece of tape because this one is just not sticking. Keep going, keep going. Let's tidy this up a little bit. This one I'm actually going to have to disconnect because it's not in the right spot. So that's probably why this is not sticking down. Never fails. I go to try to do something like this and then my tape giving me crap. So, goodbye. Alright, so it's going to go right there. Oh, that's going to go up. Why don't I deal with this other cordage first? Alright, that's a little better. Yep, wiring. I'm not really good at doing the electrics for these things. You know, I try to get better. I really do. This is probably where I'm lacking the most, I think. Like, I have an understanding of what's going on, but some of the finer functions of programming the remote and speed run stuff, like, yeah, I'm lacking. Like, something for me to learn, and it's on, or it's in the plan that I learn it. Alright, come on, man. You know, me doing wire management, that's another one of those mechanical things. It's just not electrics, but it is. It's just not the same. Yeah, both on, I'm good. No problem. Alright, let that tape go. There it is. Such a small roll now. just about forgotten that you guys are on the deck today, because gimbal was not charged by me. Might have to do 2 layers of this stuff. I think that's probably good like that. Maybe one more for the fan. A fan wire, and that's it. Yep, super easy to put us all back together, thankfully. So I have some bronze colored holy bits for the bead locks, but they're 2 different colors. You know I just said they're bronze, but they're 2 different colors of bronze. The funny thing is they're both Vanquish brand parts. I think what it is one's new and one's old, right? And so they came from a different batch because of that. And whatever anodizing they were using on that batch is different than the one that's on the new batch. So I need to find another set that matches, and yeah. See if I can't make that work. Another thing for another day. All right. Just some screws here to put the body back on, and then the shocks, and we're good. Sure none of the wires are going to get pinched. That side's good. I like it how that I was able to pull the cage off pretty easy. I didn't have to do anything real serious, but I'd rather have the shocks be mounted to a different part, rather than the way it has come apart thus far. But it is what it is. I can't, I'm not really complaining. I just think there's a better way that could be done, But I definitely like the cage. It's freaking awesome, that's for sure. definitely what I was trying to avoid. What else we got going on here? Nothing. It's fine. Well, so I fixed my X-Max. That really didn't have much for anything wrong with it. I had to replace one of the front drive cups. But it still took me a little bit. I had to take more of it apart than I thought. I thought I'd only have to take out, like, not much of anything and then put in one screw. And nope, I had to pretty much disconnect the whole hub assembly and then replace it that way. But turned out to be just fine. And now my X-Max works again. I think I should probably put a different kV motor in it. Because I've got like a 650 or a 560 kV motor in it. It's running on 12S, but still, it don't do what I want. It's like, it's a real nice, comfortable driving truck. You know, like you could drive it on its wheels or on two wheels like all day. It's one of those types. Like it's just real comfortable drive, performs really well. Just doesn't do wicked, nasty backflips or standing backflips. And like that was kind of like what I wanted to do. So, did I really put that in backwards? Yeah, I did. I put the servo in backwards. Yeah, it definitely needs to go the other way. That's rude. I wonder if I can just take off the lid here and access it from under here. That would be a lot easier than taking off the cage again. Oh yeah, that's way easy, way easy. Yeah, so easy. Let's get that out of here. Now, my little bundle of wire that I did is probably going to have to be redone again. So I will cut that now. And then bundle it up again. But it's mostly in the right spot, so it won't be that big of a deal. I just don't like having, like, a bunch of wires, like, running around on the inside. It's more vibration than anything that I'm trying to eliminate. You know, because if anything's vibrating, it's potentially getting ruined. Because vibration can damage wires and damage a lot of the other components too. So eliminating vibration wherever you can is a good thing. Yep, not a bad idea to use a dampener even on your ESC. You know, having it securely attached to your chassis excellent. You know, putting a little bit of something in between the chassis and your ESC, that's just that one tick better. And yeah, these wires are kind of okay in there like that. That's really not in a good spot now. Why? Oh, I see. Yep, the switch wire got hung up on the other side. Yeah, now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna stick this switch too. Like, there's kind of space here, but kind of not. That's not bad. It's kind of wedged in between the receiver and the chassis slightly. I'll stick it down or zip tie it down later. It's in there. All right. Yeah, you can have your servo mounted in two different spots, either on the cage / chassis or down on the axle. And I think I like it down on the axle better. Yeah, it looks cooler, I think. That's about it. Let's put this back on. And call this done. Yeah, kind of liking the green. It's kind of growing on me. Nice and bright, and I'm all about having bright colored cars. I do own a couple of black cars, but I don't know. One's my Mini Max, so I guess that's okay to be black. Yeah, I'm kind of finicky on certain things. That's not that side. That's the right side. Oh, I can't have that there. That's rude. Yeah, I cannot have that there. I gotta find a different spot for the switch and the receiver, because it's interfering. That's alright. I'll deal. And I went for that one again. But I noticed another thing with this. You know, like, I couldn't put that there because of the battery. Or the battery trays. Yep, just another way to do it. Maybe not the worst way, but not the best way either. You know, I think it's a good way also. Yeah, there's just little things that I'm gonna have to iron out off camera. You know, I'm running into too many things into this video already that I didn't want to deal with. Alright. So there's that. Yeah, maybe I should bend these clips too. These clips are kind of in like a weird place. So maybe having them be bent would make it a lot easier. Yeah, might be helpful. Yeah, Green H-10 optic, complete. Except for, you know, tuning. You know, this is what I would call a RTR. It's ready to run. You know, it's not been like, this will run really good right the way it is now. It needs to be tuned 100%. And that's a huge thing when you go and start tuning it. A lot of people don't understand that. Like with racing and crawling and any other type of thing that's like that, or in that scope, the tuning is a whole nother world. It's one thing to build this, but then you give this to somebody that tunes it, whole nother world for the tuners, right? And then they pass it off to the drivers, right? The tuners work with the drivers, and the drivers or the operators are the ones that are in a whole other world beyond that. They're the ones that can like tell you, oh, hey, the front end is not doing what it's supposed to on the left side. We need to tweak it. It needs to come in or go out, or, you know, they can tell. Because it's like wearing a pair of shoes for a runner or something, you know. They can tell if they got a rock in their shoe or not. Same thing. Crawling, or rather the tuning with crawling and racing and speed running, it's all another realm. And I'm just barely dipped my toe into it. But anyways, that's that, and I guess we'll see you on the next one. So thanks for swinging in. Yeah, I wonder how much of that you guys actually got. Bye.